Land of power, land of might, exceptional rage, endless fights, patriot bulldozer, leading the way, crushing all foes, making them pay. Flag in hand, fury in eyes, screams of pride, ignoring lies. Iron grip, ruthless and cold. American dream, fierce and bold. Bow before the storm, unstoppable wave. Marching forward, no soul to save. Bulldozer's wrath, tearing apart. Exceptionalism, fire in the heart. No retreat, no surrender. Bulldozer's force, a savage offender. Red, white, blue, burning bright. In the chaos, he finds delight. Blazing trails of destruction left. In the name of the blessed, the theft. Freedom's price, a crimson blade. Bulldozer, savage again, legend made. Bow before the storm, unstoppable wave. Marching forward, no soul to save. Bulldozer's wrath, tearing apart. Exceptionalism, fire in the heart. Blazing trails of destruction left. In the name of the blessed, the theft. Freedom's price, a crimson blade. Bulldozer, savage of fate, legend made. Bow before the storm, unstoppable wave. Marching forward, no soul to save. Bulldozer's wrath, tearing apart. Exceptionalism, fire in the heart.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you all are having a terrific Tuesday evening. Welcome to the Dozer Den. If you have not yet smashed the like button, go ahead and give it a good thumping, or you could lean in real close to that like button, whisper sweet nothings in its ear, and then just give it all you got. Very important to destroy that like button. It's a good thing. What's up, Black Jelly Beans of Doom? Very aggressive coming into the live chat with just a very simple kill in all caps. What have you... all right. What's up, Sanglant? Good to see you. We're a little bit late in gay today. Just a couple minutes late and gay. Thanks, Wise Oak. Appreciate those of you who are joining this evening, and appreciate those of you who comment in the comment section, like this stream, like the channel, follow the channel. We are getting closer and closer to 1100 here on the user profile. We're going to get there soon, guys. I can feel it in my bones. Not that bone. That's right. Here in the Dozer Den, we talk about stuff and things. Stuff and things. Enunciation is quite important on the interwebs. If you didn't know, I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Central. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we do some newsy stuff. 3 to 4 news topics with some palate cleansers sprinkled about throughout the show. And Saturdays, it's a chill stream, a decompressed stream. We might have one official topic, but for the most part, it's hanging out with you amazing killdozers here in the Dozer Den. And of course, we take music video requests for the Dozer Den DJ Hour, where you can rock out with your cock out, jam out with your clam out. Those are the only two options. If you're intersex, you have to pick a freaking lane. For the love of God. Man, I love how Rumble viewership has just started to go down. I'm not sure what that's about. But I appreciate those of you that are here tonight. Thank you. Oh man, I am currently streaming to Rumble. Hopefully we're on pilled.net. I don't know what's going on with Pilled. It is doing a buffer thing or something like that. Let me check real quick. It might have nope, it is not looking like it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Let me look on my app, actually, for those of you who might be watching on Pilled. Hopefully you can hear me. If not, well, I'm speaking into the void that is Pilled right now. But we are on Rumble, we are on Pilled, we are on X at Billdozer74 __. I get in fights with cultists and commies over on the X machine, guys. It's a good time. Let me see. Oh, I need to get off the Wi-Fi on my phone. There we go. That might be part of it. I don't know. But I see we have... Oh, now it's finally updating, kind of. I see me. That means something's happening over there on Pilled. If you're watching on Pilled, say something in the chat so I know if it's actually working. I know we did have a few people repost and red pill over there on Pilled.net. Much appreciated. So we got 5 likes on the stream so far here on Rumble. Not terrible. I'm going to leave that sitting there. I'll check on that periodically just to make sure Pilled's going all right. We are on BitChute. We are on the dozerden.locals.com. I think that's it. xpill.net. Oh, actually, we're on YouTube tonight for a little while. We are going to be doing some premium content tonight, so that'll cut off everybody else besides the Rumble crew. And if you didn't know, you can get access to the premium content by subscribing to this channel. No one saw this show coming. That's right. That's right. No one saw it. What's up, Yanni Fangs? Am I on Pilled? No, you were on Rumble. That's okay. Yeah. Pilled, Pilled has promise, in my opinion. They've got a lot of interesting stuff going on over there. I don't know if you are on Pilled, Yanni. If you don't have a Pilled account, get one. Follow me there if you want. Cool little thing that you can do over there in the chat is gifts. They call them stickers over there. But one of these times, whenever we get some fun stuff going on, if I can get them to come up, because I've actually not been seeing that on my little extension, so I might have to do another one in Brave. That might be what I need to do. It's Pilled. Pilled. Like red pilled. Pilled.net. Yeah, that's the platform. What's up? Let's see. Yanni Fangs, I have pills. What do you want to trade? Good God. We're not doing pill deals in the chat. Oh, man. But yes, periodically throughout the show, I'll be checking on who has commented, who has reposted, and I'll give you a little bit of a shout out because I do appreciate that interaction. And I will interact with you guys. It might not be tonight. It might be tomorrow when I wake up and have some free time in between meetings or something like that. But I do try to interact with everybody who does support this channel in such a way. So, oh, you were saying meds or the site. Well, no, sometimes you got to take your meds. Sometimes you got to go to the site. You go to the site to get a dose of the good stuff. The truth. A lot of that here on Rumble too, though. So I think my favorite platforms right now, probably X, Rumble, and Pilled. Probably Rumble above. Rumble at the top. Although, X has its different functions. So Rumble for content viewing. X for social media interaction. Yeah. But guys, there's some very, very free ways you can support. Liking, commenting, reposting. sharing the stream out with your loved ones, your friends, your family, your ex-girlfriends, boyfriends, Caesars, and friends. I'm not judging. Just keep it consensual between adults and preferably behind closed doors, and I probably won't have a problem. Um, but yes, those are some free ways. Some not so free ways. You can Rumble Rant. You can use Venmo or Cash App to donate directly to the Dozer Den. None of that goes to an app store or a video hosting platform. Goes directly to the Dozer Den household. You can also gift subs, or you can subscribe to the channel for $5 a month. That's all it takes to subscribe. And when you do subscribe to Bill Dozer 74 here on Rumble, your name will be lit up in the most beautiful shade of MAGA red. That's right. That's right. You'll catch that Rumble rash. And everybody, let me tell you, it oozes patriotism, and the only treatment is more America. That's right. More America, only treatment. Everybody loves that Rumble rash. And you'll get access to a plethora of wonder, stupendous, fantabulous emotes. Some animated, some not. Hopefully all kind of entertaining. That's the goal anyways. That's the goal. Information, entertainment, infotainment, some might say, here in the Dozer Den. Only the finest clown pills in Minecraft. Interesting. Very nice. Very nice. Clown pills are nice. What's up, Paul McGroin? Good to see you. Some short guy keeps busting through my doors and yelling, "Oh yeah!" It was me. I'm sorry. I've cloned myself and decided to bust through. Yes. Yes, indeed. But, glad I'm back tonight. I was off last night because I was hanging out with the family. Let the kids stay up late. We were watching Demon Slayer because that's what we're doing right now. We're into the final season that's available on the Netflix. Just finished season 4 with the girls. They're really liking it. Yeah, and I took my oldest offspring to go see the movie Infinity Castle 1.0, I guess, because I guess there's going to be a 2, or maybe there will be a season after this. I don't know. Yes, I'm an anime fan. If that behind me doesn't tell you, well, But I am also a redneck as well. Got a you got a fish up there too. Look at that. Boom. Fish, antlers, deer. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Positioned correctly, and it looks like I have the antlers. Just very tiny, but they would still hurt. The Hashira training arc. Yes, 4. We just finished that one. No. We just finished the Swordsmith Village. So we're going into the Hashira training arc with the 5th season. Yes. It's a good time. It's a good time. Yeah. Those I'm sets. Those I'm sets are really nice. Those I'm sets? I think there's a bit of a typo there, Sanglant. Just a bit. Just a bit of a typo. Only slightly. Only slightly. I'm still crying. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the DVD sets. I got you. Right? Did you get the DVD box sets? Do they still do that? They still sell DVD box sets? Yeah, I know they do, because I got some Dragon Ball Z ones. And Dragon Ball I think I got... Did I get Dragon Ball Super? I don't know. But anyways, we're going to be talking about some things tonight besides nerd stuff. We do have a few topics. The Supreme Court has cucked. They didn't do the right thing, in my opinion. You got them on Blu-ray. Solid. The Supreme Court decided not to hear the Frog Profits appeal case for the Sandy Hook ruling, which was complete and utter bullshit. The CIA literally groomed these families to decide that they wanted to bring the lawsuits. The cases were summary judgments. So they ruled that he was liable. And the trials that you guys saw, the trial that we saw, it was just to determine damages. That's all that was. But they've got their pound of flesh with Alex Jones. Hence the Alex Jones in Hellfire. Gosh darn it! Just a second. Okay. But yes, it seems like Alex Jones is just getting fucked. Honestly, that's what it looks like, and it's not. It's just. I hate to sound like this, but it's literally not fair. Like, what they're doing to Alex Jones is fucked up. And the fact that the Supreme Court won't get off their ass and actually do something about it is pretty despicable, in my opinion. Pretty despicable. This Supreme Court, people are like, it's Trump's Supreme Court. The fuck it is. He listened to Federalist Society shills in the first administration. And this administration, he's listening to establishment figures once again, believing crap about the Ukraine and Russia conflict. I'm not giving him excuses. He knows better. His boomer deference to authority and experience is what cripples him. If he would just listen to maybe, I don't know, people like his son a little bit, because his son is in that based crowd. Speaking of based crowd. After we get through the Alex Jones topic, the second topic is about an Alaskan typhoon. Did you guys know there was a typhoon in Alaska? Bet you didn't. But there was. And it was bad. It's a state, guys. I know it's not mainland, but it is one of our great United States of America. And they're hurting. They got hit. They got hit pretty freaking hard by a typhoon. Like dozens of houses were like swept away, people missing, hundreds in shelters. It's a bad thing. It's a very bad thing. The third topic, which might be when we go over to premium, which you can watch the premium content if you are subscribed for that measly $5 a month, or if you get lucky enough to be gifted a sub. That's right, you can shower the chat with your love, or you can spray the chat with your love, whatever verb you want to use. I'm not going to judge you, okay? I'm not. But we are going to go over to premium probably after those two topics, because I got to get my hours in this month, y'all. I am in the creator program, so got to get 5 hours in. I'm at 1.1, so we're probably going to do two topics here in the free portion. And then if you, like I said, if you subscribe or if you click that get premium button down there, that actually helps me out as a creator. $9.99 a month, or I think it's $89 for the year with promo code studio. I'm not even reading an ad. Look at that. I could make a couple cents off of that. But yeah, that's something you can do. Cool thing about subscribing or getting premium, if you subscribe to this channel, you don't have to worry about ads. You get access to that premium content, and you get your name lit up, and you get access to all the emotes. So those are some really cool benefits that you get. But if you do premium, that $9.99 a month or $89 for the year, you get access. You get all those benefits. Plus, you get to do that with other creators as well across the platform that might have premium content. So you might not be able to have access to their emotes and stuff, but you'll be able to get access to the premium content and no ads. So that's a really cool feature. What is up, Dr. Pyro Stein? Good to see you, bud. He's a crazy puppet. Follow him. Watch his content. It's a good idea. Damn good one. What's up, Harry Toe2? Good to see you. If you don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Accurate. Very accurate. Speaking of dollars, we do have a gimmick here in the Dozer Den. If we hit $50 worth of donations, I'll put on a fancy hat. That's right. I'm a man of many hats. We donned the Burger King crown for a bit on Saturday. Yeah, we went, God, how long did we go? Like a little over 5 hours on Saturday? Yeah, I know we did, because I went to church. I went to church on Sunday. I did. Lady Dozer did too. She works 12 to 5 a.m. I fell asleep about 4:30, 4:45. She fell asleep about 5:20. And we woke up and we took our butts to church. It was tiresome though. Not gonna lie. Is that season again? Did you change your blinker fluid? That's right. You got to change your blinker fluid, guys. Don't forget. I went to a dang AutoZone to try to get a new key fob for my little Chevy Cruze. Crazy thing, the ironic thing about my Chevy Cruze, guys, it's a 2015. It's got 222,000 miles on it. Chevy Cruze doesn't have cruise control. I know, right? Pretty fucked up. But I went to get a key fob because my key fob's kind of messed up, missing a couple buttons. I've got Scotch tape on it, jerry rigged and whatnot. So it still works, but I probably should get a new one at some point. Went to the AutoZone in our town, and they don't even they don't have it. Like, they can't order it. So I can order from Amazon two, like a two for set, whatever the hell am I trying to say? A set of two. There we go. Words are hard, guys. This is my Monday. But I can get a set of two for like $22 on Amazon, but I would have to program it myself, I think. Or I could just take the guts out of my key fob and put it in the other one. No, the one that I found was like $22. So, you posted a link to add one. What are you talking about? Tell them to get in the zone. Get in the zone, auto zone. Yeah. Key fob. Oh no, the key fob was like $22, so it's not bad. $27 at AutoZone. They couldn't get it though. The set of two was like $25 or $22 on Amazon. But you got to be careful with Amazon. You just got to be careful. Sometimes you end up getting one that's something that is says it's going to be great, says it's exactly what you need. You get it home, it's not even close. So I'm kind of hesitant about it, but I don't want to spend a couple $100 going to a dealer because they upcharge the fuck out of everything. And I haven't even called and asked them, but I'm assuming they're going to probably try to charge me $200 to give me a new key fob and then program it to my car. If I can do it myself, I want to do it myself because I don't think it's going to be that hard. I just need to look it up. So, I can add the cruise control. Yeah, I've heard about that. Some are really some are easy to program. The cruise control I haven't done much research into that Sanglant, but I did look into it once, and there is a button or something that you can like attach onto your steering wheel, and it's like an aftermarket thing. But the ones you bought for your dad for his truck were the key fobs. Okay, well there's a good testimony right there. Appreciate that. Oh God, you're a day walker now, Dr. Pyrostein. Is it Steen or Stein? I figure Stein sounds a little bit more like a little cooler. And it also makes me think of a beer stein. Or Frankenstein, Oh. I'm squirreling, guys. I'm squirreling. Yeah, cruise control, and you never use it. I like cruise control. I miss the hell out of it. I use cruise control when I drive Lady Dozer's van. Yep. You get a straightaway, cruise control. Steen. Okay, I got you. Pyro Steen. Excuse me. You do some Coke? Well, Coca-Cola. I have Coke Zero in this lovely Stanley. Look at those knockers. Seems pointless. What? When you're on a straightaway, it makes sense. What's up, White Pear 88? Got meth? Oh my God. Please no. Stop it. It is. I mean, I am in Southeast Missouri. There's a lot of that around here. It's not good. But the premium topics, guys, we're going to be watching a little bit more of that interview with Gregg Braden. Yeah, Gregg Braden, the Joe Rogan Experience interview about spirituality, ancient stuff, just a lot of esoteric, kind of cool conversation, honestly. Fascinating as hell. So I figured we could do that. But we're also, news broke after I set the stream up. It seems like some young Republicans had a chat, guys. And some faggot, we're on YouTube, but that's never going to go anywhere, so fuck them. Some faggot decided to leak the texts, leak their private messages. I guess Telegram chat or something like that. Gavin Wax or something like that, I think is his name. Something, I don't know. But what a little bitch to leak your text messages like that. And the young Republicans, absolute bitch-made response. Absolute. You can't. Dark humor is what makes this world palatable. Okay? That's how a lot of us deal with bullshit, is dark humor. Just because they said some horrendous shit in a joking way doesn't mean they're vile human beings that should be canceled from life. Some of them maybe. Some of them might be. But some of the chats were just based gamer talk, honestly. Not even, I've seen worse gamer talk. Like, calm the fuck down. And this is why Republicans lose. And this is why I'm not a conservative and I'm not a Republican. I'm an independent that usually votes right. But, my God, this is why they lose. You have pearl clutching. Oh God, they said such mean, dirty words. They talked about gas chambers. No. Fuck you, pussy. Like, shut the fuck up. It's some college bros being college bros talking shit in a chat. Get the fuck over yourselves. Stop with this pomp and circumstance. These demonic sons of bitches celebrated a man's neck getting exploded. Fuck you. And fuck them. You're going to tell me Jay Jones, the attorney general candidate in Virginia, it's Virginia, right? Could talk about wanting his opponent's children to be like in the parents' arms dying and like gleefully talk about that. And that's going to be fine. But you got some young Republican base bros that are talking shit in a private chat, and that's too much for you. Fuck you. Eat a fucking bag of dicks. Jesus. It's just so fucking stupid. Yeah, wait till they get online and play some online games. Wait till you get a hold of a 12 or a 13-year-old that just gives no fucks because they don't have anything to lose. They say some heinous shit. Chill out, white pair. Good God. Let me check on the repost real quick. Thank you so much to Wise Elk for the comment in the repost. Yanni Fangs for the repost. Much appreciated. You guys are excellent. See, we're up to 8 likes. 8 thumbs up. Very nice. Back in the old days of Rumble, did you guys know that it used to be a plus sign? We affectionately referred to it as the plussy. You could smash the plussy, pound the plussy, wreck that plussy. Sometimes you gotta grab them up by the plussy. That's right, it's consensual. When you're rich, when you're powerful, they say, go ahead, grab me by the plussy. It's okay, don't sue me. What's up, Bartavello? Good to see ya. I just realized what the thing was there. But yes. And then the Joe Rogan Experience, we're going to get into that as well. So we might actually pull it up and pull up the young Republicans' response. Absolute bitch made, honestly, in my opinion. Just own it. Don't apologize to these people. Just you don't have to apologize for anything. You were in a private chat talking stuff. You shouldn't be fired. You shouldn't have to resign. You shouldn't apologize for a damn thing. You were not in a professional setting. You shouldn't have been asked to act as such. Yeah. White pear suck, get the yellow. I like white peaches. White peaches are pretty damn good. Speaking of which, when you do subscribe for that $5 a month, you'll be able to slap that peach. Yeah. The Plessy was fighting the shaft. It's getting more like YouTube all the time. The Plessy was fighting the shaft? No. Come back, Rumble. Oh, Rumble's still pretty solid. I like Rumble. It's where the water's warm for me, in my opinion. Let me do a refresh here. There we go. Audio sounds good. Look at that. Harry Toe showing you with a slap of that peach. Oh, you were thinking of peaches? Still funny. Yeah, still funny. All right. But we do have some topics. Let's look at some stuff before we get into the real stuff. We do have a few things, I think, that I wanted to show y'all. Just a few. Sometimes I like to start out the show with Avengers. Okay? Sometimes I do. Shit. This is right above. This palette cleanser is right above the screenshot of the messages in that Telegram chat. We're saving it for the premium. You guys don't get to see it right now. All right. Here's a nice little, just a friendly way to start the show before we get into the Supreme Court sucking.
Don't blink, just like that.
Look at that. They did a nice new sidewalk to their new home, and they got a little baby. I'm assuming it's their child. I don't think they stole it, and they're going to have it do some footprints.
At 6 years old.
Very smart that they put caps on these, the posts there. He was getting it. That was pretty nice. Probably hurts the resale value, but like, oh, do you believe in your forever home? They're probably going to be there for like 5 or 6 years and then move. Some people don't, though. Some people stay there for 20, 30, 40 years. So it's the whole thing. Switching it up, guys. Kim Kardashian is bringing back the merkin. I'm not sure why, but she is. Brett Cooper said, send the asteroid. Kim Kardashian Skims drops new underwear collection featuring faux hair. The ultimate bush. I hope this has got to be fake, right? It's got to be fake. It's not real, but it's just a merkin. That's all it is. It's just a merkin. What are you doing? What are you doing, Kimmy? What are you doing, Kimmy? That's not your idea. That's not original at all, Kim Kardashian. Hope it's a chinchilla. If it was a chinchilla, it would be pretty soft. As someone who did concrete for a living, this business. Yeah, I've only done a little bit of concrete laying, and we put our handprints over in the corner. Jeez, you're not pleased, though. Harry Toad does not approve of the baby walking on the wet concrete. No. Next owner will think, I guess they had a drunk midget all over all the time. Exactly. Drunk midgets. That's Stephen Hawking's favorite type. Yes, indeed. I did see something pretty cool earlier, talking about boosting your testosterone. Rosea. I've heard of rhodiola, and I think in some of the testosterone boosters that you can get from like your general like supplement store has rhodiola and like what's the other one that's really popular in testosterone? The quote unquote natural testosterone boosters. Starts with an A, I believe, but people will buy the hair underwear. They will. They'll. But you're right, Dr. Pyrestein. They will buy that hair underwear. Chinchilla would be nice though. St. Clan. It's good. It's good. I like that. It's pretty good. Got one more thing for you guys before we get into the Alex Jones story. This is an affront to all that is holy. This is something that needs to be stopped. And whoever this monster is, I hope that they are able to find Jesus at some point. Does anyone ever cook their steak like this?
The best way to cook a steak is to simply submerge it into some boiling water. From here, once it oxidizes and changes color, you want to add some seasoning. I like to use the grill seasoning you see here, a little bit of minced garlic. After that, I go ahead and toss in just a little touch of parsley. Once I have that added, I like to finish it off with just a bit of freshly cracked pepper. And then after that, just a touch of freshly cracked sea salt. Once you have all of your seasonings in there, however you like them, go ahead and let it finish boiling off for about 5 to 10 minutes. And after that, go ahead and pull it out from the water. Already have a hot pan with some hot oil ready. You're going to pick it up and move it over to the side. This might bubble quite a bit, so just be cautious. You're going to set it down in your smoking hot pan, let it sear nicely on one side before you flip it over, just like that. That's the perfect caramelization you want. Throw on about a tablespoon of butter and let that melt down. And then from here, you're going to go ahead and gently slice it open. You're going to see this will make it so much more tender, and you will see it will be perfectly cooked all the way through, juicy, ready to enjoy.
Not a fan. I'm not a fan. I don't like it. It needs to stop. Who would do such a thing to your steak? I don't know what world this is. Ruined. Ruined, I say. Ruined. Never boil a steak. But you must lift weights and eat red meat. Yes. Have you guys ever boiled a steak? If you have, get out. Just get out right now. Not okay with that. Fedosia agrestis and Tungat Ali is what Dr. Andrew Humer for T-level boost. Huh. Well, that's nice. Can't believe I'm blanking on the other thing that's usually in testosterone boosters. Well, supposed testosterone boosters. They say it'll boost your testosterone, but I don't know. So I'm pretty sure it starts with an A. Damn it. It's in all the things. It's actually really good for you in general, though. Even like females, it's good for them too. Good God. But I am blanking. Blanking hard. What if it comes out good? Well, I mean, damn it, sometimes I guess good things come from evil. But for the most part, it's going to cost $300 to try that in this economy. That was a bone-in ribeye, wasn't it? It looked like it might have been a bone-in ribeye. It wasn't a T-bone. I don't think. Only an accident. It was cheap meat with injected water. Never boiled, but I will say I tried ketchup on my steak earlier this year for the first time because Trump does it. Wasn't terrible. Yeah, I mean, I've done barbecue, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I've tried it. I wouldn't dip it in barbecue sauce, but I do take, so when I'm grilling, a lot of times I'll have a bowl of butter and then the bottle of barbecue sauce, and I'll be brushing on barbecue sauce and brushing on butter as well, and it ends up mixing it. It does this nice little mixture of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce and melted butter. Oh, I'm drooling just thinking about it. Salivating, thinking about the meat. So good. So good. So I end up kind of with a bit of a glaze when I'm grilling steaks. I end up with a tiny bit of a barbecue flavoring. Not really a lot, but deep fry that sucker and be fat. It's an idea. Guys, if you haven't clicked that repost button, go ahead and repost the stream. Helps the channel grow. Let us bring more killdozers here into the Dozer Den so that we may grow the killdozer army. Currently metaphorical. Probably going to stay that way. Just saying. But guys, the first topic of the evening, sad news. The Supreme Court cucked. They pussed out because that's what they do. Apparently, they did it with a case involving schools and hiding the transing of the kids from the parents. I would need to get into the specifics of that one to have an opinion on that one because I haven't. I just saw it a couple minutes ago. But the Supreme Court is weak in a lot of ways. You have a couple good ones. I think Thomas and Gorsuch. I think it was a ribeye. Are probably the best ones on the court right now. Amy Coney Barrett, absolute fucking disappointment. Good job, Trump. And then Kavanaugh, that guy's a wet blanket. He has some good opinions sometimes, but it's Federalist Society crap, establishment garbage. It's like, no, we need constitutionalists. Constitutionalists should be on the Supreme Court. That's all that should be on there. There shouldn't be any of the other crap. There shouldn't be any of these Ketanji Brown Jackson DEI bullshit talking about not being able to understand what the hell a woman is, or starting off her opinions with, it was a warm, crisp spring day. Warm, crisp, cool, crisp spring day. The butterflies were just awakening. Like, that's how she started one of her opinions. Like, it was like waxing elegantly. Shut the fuck up, Ketanji Brown Jackson, and get to the point. This isn't your like a freshman literature class. You're doing flowery language in a Supreme Court opinion. Grow up. That's what you're supposed to do. You're in the highest court in the land. What's wrong? What is wrong with you? I don't understand. Butter basted steak is the only. Yes, you are 100% correct, and it makes it gets it that extra juice and that crisp. And when you do pork on the grill, if you get butter on there, it makes it extra crispy and juicy. That crunch when you bite into that pork, a little bit of pork loin. It's the best way. It's the best. It's really, really the only way, honestly. But Chucky says Gorsuch. Yeah, he does. Chuck Schumer. Well, Chuck Schumer also puts cheese on raw burger. So he also called for direct uprising. Actively rise up. He said, arrest this man. Chuck Schumer should be arrested. He said that the people need to rise up. Actively need to rise up against this administration. Arrest that motherfucker. But here's the thing, though. When the Republicans have power, they won't do anything. Even though you've got people that are literally calling for actual violence, the Republicans won't do a fucking thing. They're going to get your small fries here, your small fries there. They're going to pat themselves on the back and rah-rah. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Because they're not going to go where they're not going to do what needs to be done. They don't have the balls. He said use force. He did. He should be fucking arrested. I don't know what more you fucking need. Put that old bag of bones in prison, in jail. Hold him in solitary confinement for 2 or 3 years, and then maybe give him a trial. They did that to people from Certification Day 2021, didn't they? That was some bullshit. But no. And that's why I don't call myself a Republican. Because I don't have no respect for the Republican Party. None. Now, if the Republican Party was... I got close, so close in 2020. I was so close to going ahead and saying, yeah, you know what, I'm a Republican now. And then I just watched it all fucking lion turned into a lamb. And it was just disappointing. Disappointing. Heard there was a little bit of a political conversation at work today. People were talking about the shutdown, like not liking that government websites were talking about the radical left causing a shutdown and the Democrats shut down. And like, I don't know if it's a good thing to be putting that on a government website. They just did it for 4 years though. Why weren't you upset then? It's because they don't have standards. They don't have it's double standards is all they have, which is a cliche thing to say, but it's true. It's true. They can't. It's okay when their side does it, but it's not okay when the other side does it. Intellectual inconsistency pisses me off. It does. I can't help it. It's one of the things that infuriates me. But that's the name of the game, I suppose. That is the name of the game. Wise Elk with a slap of that peach. All right, guys, let's get into the story. We've got a couple of clips, actually, from Brianna Morello, who's now an official part of InfoWars, and hopefully they're able to stay afloat. Really would suck for her if they just got on. And then we have a clip from Harrison Smith talking about the decision from the Supreme Court being bitch-made.
News, and it's It's really upsetting. It's really upsetting. It looks like the Supreme Court has just declined to hear Alex Jones's case. Now, as many of you guys know, Alex Jones was relying on the Supreme Court to hear his case regarding the $1.4 billion judgment.
That's an Eighth Amendment violation, in my opinion. $1.4 billion. He's never been worth that. This is, if you watch what was going on when it was happening, it's absolutely a travesty. An absolute travesty.
That he was handed down in the corrupt courts for the Sandy Hook shooting. Now, of course, folks, that's the one in Connecticut that we've been talking about. This one breaks my heart. As many of you guys know, he sat down with Tucker Carlson yesterday and detailed all of the corruption that happened behind the scenes on this. And it is absolutely devastating to hear this news, the Supreme Court declining to hear his case. This isn't about Alex. And I want to keep pushing this forward. Everyone in media should be fearful. Mm-hmm. Everyone in media should be fearful. They did their very best to silence Alex Jones, to take down InfoWars. And we can confirm that there was an FBI involvement in all of this. So they did their very best to shut down his efforts to keep InfoWars up because they didn't like something that he said. They used that as the excuse to push forward and bankrupt him. You know, this really ticks me off. We were relying on the Supreme Court, and I could speak personally as a member of the media. We were relying on the Supreme Court to step in on this case, not because of InfoWars as a whole, but because this is a very, very dangerous precedent to set. Mm-hmm. To sit here and say that a journalist or anyone in the media could be sued for $1.4 billion because they don't like you.
That's what it boils down to. She's 100% right. It's because they don't like him. They wanted their pound of flesh. And they were literally groomed by the CIA. That story came out months ago. Maybe a year ago, I think. It might have been a little bit less than a year ago. Was it Project Veritas or Keith Media Group that got the guy on undercover video literally talking about how, that was a CIA op. They got it with the families, and they're like, hey, you guys want to go ahead and sue Jones? And they talked him into it. This never will go. This and the way the attorneys for the families, quote unquote, for the families, they didn't have the family's best interest at heart. They're not going to see much of this, if any.
What the hell happened to free speech in this country? You don't have to agree with what Alex said. Again, I'll keep repeating it. You don't have to agree with what he said. This is dangerous, though, because it doesn't.
And the thing is, Alex Jones admitted that he was wrong. Like years later, this was like 3 years ago that he admitted. He's like, yeah, actually, I gotta admit, sometimes I'm kind of retarded. And he said, no, kids died. But they don't care. They don't care.
Stop at Alex Jones. They will make a blueprint from all of this and come after everyone who questions any narrative. You could ask questions in this country. You could ask many questions in this country.
Can you, though?
They had no right going after him. They had no right trying to steal $1.4 billion. That's not even reasonable, of course, because that wasn't the goal to get any type of financial gain in this. Obviously, in my opinion, the goal here was to silence Alex. And it doesn't stop with Alex. Mm-mm. It doesn't stop with Alex.
While other networks lie to you about- And it won't. It never has. They always go on to another. Harrison Smith's response.
News couldn't be subject to this. There's no reason why literally any organization couldn't be subject. Is there any organization in the world that could survive a $1.4 billion judgment against them? I guess like Apple, maybe. Some of these big multinational corporations. But this is just, they have now.
Boy, he is in so much better shape than he was during the trial. He was drinking a lot. That'll make you blow it up real big. And he just was also quite a bit fatter. Mm-hmm.
Officially, because the Supreme Court has denied to even see this.
Literally, Yanni Fangs, they, not just her opinion, they said they wanted to shut him up and shut him down. They said that. You're 100% right. They did that. I tried to make sense of it at the time, and I keep trying to make sense of this, but there's no way to square it. There's really not.
Case.
He's getting a little bit heavier.
Incredibly impactful First Amendment case. The left now has the ultimate blueprint. I guarantee you today, there are meetings in law firms in Washington, D.C., and New York, and L.A., and Miami.
My beard is graying the same way that Alex Jones's beard is graying. It's happening. Turning into the frog prophet.
Where they're getting together and going, okay, well, this works. So who do we go after next? Who can we get on the tablet next? Could be anybody. And it's a simple matter. You look through 10 years of publications from a person in the media. You find somebody they said something about at some point. Could be true, could be false, doesn't matter. You contact that person. Hey, you want to destroy Glenn Beck? Hey, you want to take out Tucker Carlson? Silence him forever?
Away.
Put him through hell for 2.5 years? Rob his
Tell him he can't do his gay laugh.
children of their inheritance? Steal his home and his cars? And then, make it to where he can never work again, or if he does, we get all the money. You want to do that? Well, he insulted you 12 years ago. You want to sign on to my law firm? Doesn't cost you anything. I've got, people putting in tens of millions of dollars pro bono for us.
Mm-hmm.
You just sign on. We know a judge in this particular district. We give it to her. She makes demands of Tucker Carlson that he literally cannot meet.
And apparently Todd Blanche was shutting down any investigation into what went on with Alex Jones. Sounds about right.
Even if he meets him, she says not good enough. Default judgment.
Default judgment,
bing, bang,
not
boom.
summary. Default judgment.
He's destroyed. His life is destroyed judicially. And he has no possible way of combating that whatsoever.
It's pretty fucked up.
Whatever the future may hold, InfoWars will always live forever. The fight will continue. Be sure to follow us on X at @RealAlexJones and at AJN Live. And now you can download the #1 news app in the world. Go to Alex.
Oh, that hairy toe, it already makes me just like those families. They are standing on the graves of their children to do some deeply disturbing shit. I mean, I don't, I'm already, I get it that they were groomed and they were manipulated by CIA, spooks. I get it. But also, and the one guy that I think Alex Jones might have mentioned, I never actually mentioned his name, I don't think, got a huge settlement too. I'm like, what? None of this makes sense. That's the thing that bugs me, is I can't make sense of it. And I'm usually able to find, try to play devil's advocate and understand a way. There's no good reason for why this went the way it went. None. It's weird. Holy crap, you just made the connection. Your grandmother lost her glasses about a decade ago, and Harrison found them. Those were some grandma glasses, I agree. Man. I don't know. They're not going to be able to get this money. They're not going to be able to get it. He doesn't have it. What? They just make him a slave for the rest of his life? Does that sound right to you guys? Of course not. Of course it's not right. But we have an article from the New York Post. We're probably going to tear apart the New York Post's writing of this because they will probably have a slant. I love how they're using all of his fat photos. But here it is. Oh, not that one. There we go. Silence Mittens Romney. From the New York Post, Supreme Court rejects Alex Jones' appeal of $1.4 billion defamation judgment in Sandy Hook shooting. By Ryan King. The Supreme Court spurned a last-ditch plea from conspiracy theorist radio host Alex Jones Tuesday to throw out a $1.4 billion defamation judgment against him over wildly false claims he espoused about the 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre. The thing is, he didn't even mention it that much. He talked about it a little bit here or there, but for the most part, it was a blip. It was a blip in the radar of all the shit that Alex Jones talks about. And it's he made his name on that. The fuck he did. Jones argued the First Amendment protections should shield him from the monetary punishment. Agreed, claiming that the penalty would lead to the end of his InfoWars empire. The result is a financial death penalty by fiat imposed on a media defendant whose broadcasts reach millions, his legal team argued in its September petition to the High Court. In keeping with standard practice, the justices did not provide a reason for their decision not to hear Jones's appeal, listing it with dozens of other cases rejected for oral argument. I don't like that. I think the Supreme Court should be held to a higher standard, and if you're going to refuse to hear a clearly important case, especially on such an important amendment, the First Amendment, it's the first for a fucking reason, you dumb fucks, then yeah, I think they should probably provide a reason as to why. That's just me. A Connecticut jury found Jones liable for defamation in 2022 over his, well, wait a second. Are we talking about, there were two different cases. One of them was a default judgment. Was that in Texas that was the default judgment? Because I could have sworn I don't think either one of these were, the juries actually determined liability. It was the judge that determined liability, and then the juries were just determining the monetary, the monetary damages. It's I don't know if that's correct. The article says a Connecticut jury found Jones liable for defamation in 2022 over false claims that the murder of 20 first grade students and 6 faculty members at Sandy Hook Elementary School was a false flag operation. The InfoWars host further falsely claimed that the shooting was staged and completely faked with actors. Jones had been a staunch critic of the push for stricter gun control laws in the wake of the shooting. I mean, and he admitted that he got bad intel. He admitted that. He came out, he's like, yeah, no, I was talking to somebody who was, not leading me in the right way. And that's one of the problems is, I think, with Jones, I think every now and then he has CIA influence in a nefarious way sometimes. So it's strange that Alex Jones is a conspiracy theorist when he predicted 9/11 months before, and he named Osama bin Laden. He literally did. He is the frog prophet. Let me tell you something about Osama bin Laden, all right? Him and the CIA, they've been working together for years. And they're going to go ahead and take out the towers. I'm calling it right now. He did. He literally said that. Literally. Family members of the victims, CIA inspired, as well as an FBI agent, that fag that Jones never mentioned this son of a bitch, but he got a fucking settlement out of this some fucking how, as well as an FBI agent who responded to the massacre, had sued Jones for slander. The Supreme Court properly rejected Jones's latest desperate attempt to avoid accountability for the harm he caused. We look forward to enforcing the jury's historic verdict, fuck you, faggot, and making Jones and InfoWars pay for what they have done. Chris Mate, an attorney for the Sandy Hook families, said after the High Court's move. If that's the guy I'm thinking of, he is a twat waffle. Serious fucking twat waffle. In his plea to the High Court, Jones had argued that the end of InfoWars would mean his audience will not have just been deprived of a valued source of information. The risk is they will have been greatly deceived and damaged by operation of media source InfoWars by their ideological opposites. Jones, 51, has yet to pay any of his 10-figure obligation and is mounting a separate appeal of a $49 million defamation judgment in Texas, also related to his statements in the Sandy Hook killings. So that might have been the default judgment. The InfoWars host is also challenging efforts to liquidate his assets to help pay off the penalty. The Connecticut judgment entailed a $964 million verdict and subsequent $473 million in additional punitive damages, which is just absolutely, you can't even fathom that. This is absolutely cruel and unusual. Jones declared bankruptcy in 2022, and his attorneys have claimed plaintiffs have no possible hope of collecting all the money. They don't. They have no possible hope of collecting all the money. They never will. And that's why I say the attorneys were absolute garbage. Here's the thing. $1.4 billion for putting words together in a certain way and no trial. Interesting way for America to operate. Anyone who thinks this is sensible and Jones deserves to pay $1.4 billion with no trial is a lunatic. Yeah. There was a... Yeah, I don't know. It's just frustrating. It's frustrating that the First Amendment apparently is not valued. It's not. What's up? 1230 Instant Noodles. Money. Bill, they are showing us they are lawless now. It's a flex. It is, but what do you do about it? What's going to be done? Somebody's got to do some organizational, something within the structure has to be able to correct this. I don't know. I need to listen to Barnes. see what he has to say about it. I think he was pretty much thinking that the Supreme Court might pull this, but I don't know. Kim's hair underwear is a flex as well. They're showing us that we are retarded. Makes sense. Someone just says, money. Yes, money. That's what it's about. I have a solid Jones voice equal to Trump voice. Well, thank you very much, Harry Toe. I appreciate that. Obviously, Alex was wrong. The truth is, Sandy Hook was a cult, and they made it a suicide. Well, I don't know about that. I would really hope not, Yanni Fang. So I'm not. The thing is with that, they wasn't that the one where the mother let him have access to the guns, even though she knew he was insane? She died, I think. If it's the one I'm thinking of, there's been a few. I think that's the right one. MK Ultra is a thing, though. They never stopped the MK Ultra. They just diverted it. Dozer, what will the court hear in lieu of Jones? I don't know. There's ways that they can work around it, I suppose, and then try to bring it in different venues or different ways, I suppose, but yeah, he killed her first and went on his spree. Yeah, that's what happened. But she was like a person that was within like mental health, which pisses me off. You know, as a student of psychology, it's like you knew better than to let this monster have access to that. You knew better. And his mom is honestly largely responsible for the chaos that ensued. People will talk about the school being, leveled and stuff like that. It's like I don't blame them, honestly. They're like, oh, they're hiding evidence, maybe, but honestly, it could just be it's a horrific a nightmare that occurred there, and I understand wanting to get rid of that building. Yeah. Now, stuff where they're paving over Charlie Kirk's murder scene, a little bit odd. It's not as odd as the guy up, after Thomas Crooks took that shot at Trump and actually did make contact, and them spraying off the damn roof, power washing the roof. That's great. That's just. We still don't know much about that guy. We still don't know barely a damn thing. The Ukrainian one, the Ryan Routh, he was convicted. Barely a blip in the media about that. The fuck? What is going on? Just what is happening right now? I don't know. I'm just here to talk about stuff and things and stuff. That's the goal. That is the goal. You wanted to see something else that deserves attention that a lot of people don't give attention because they hate Elon for some reason? Rockets landing in the ocean. This is awesome, and it should be celebrated roundly by the media. But it's not, because Elon bad. The booster hovering above the ocean looks incredible. I agree. Let's take a look.
Margaritaville Hotel has a better view, but that is a successful boost landing burn ignition.
Yeah.
And we seem to have down selected
all 13
now,
engines
slowing
lit
down.
up.
Wonderful news. We're going to see that hover over the Gulf,
and
so then cool. A shutdown of those Raptor engines. There's the hover.
It's with
and here
3
comes
engines
shutdown.
there. Wow.
Whoa.
That's an incredible shot. Here comes an explosion.
As advertised. and there is your rad, because that was planned, everybody. That is not an unexpected outcome.
The Margaritaville Hotel has a...
Oh, did we get ourselves a raid from Daramuth? Guys, by the way, if you didn't know, I'm going to be on with Daramuth tomorrow at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern Time. Thank you so very much, Mr. Dara. I believe there's a raid. I'm getting a notification that there's a raid. What's up, Fight Like Hell? Good to see you. What's up, C-Dubs? There it is. There's a notification. Thank you so much for the raid, guys. Follow Daramuth. He is here on the Rumbles. He is an expert conversationalist. What's up, Mod King in the chat? Good to see you. Neurodivergent 1. Thank you so much for the raid. If you are new to the Dozer Den, hi there. I'm Bill Dozer. Welcome to the Dozer Den. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Central. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we talk about newsy stuff, 3 to 4 news topics with some palate cleansers sprinkled throughout the show because you gotta break up the monotony a little bit, right? And then on Saturdays, guys, it is a different creature. We might have one topic that we discuss, but for the most part, it's a chill stream, a decompressed stream, a hangout stream for you amazing killdozers here in the Dozer Den. And we take music video requests for the Dozer Den DJ Hour, where you can rock out with your cock out, jam out with your clam out. Those are the only two options. If you're intersex, pick a fucking lane already, for the love of God. We have ourselves a good time on Saturdays. We have ourselves a good time in general. There it is. There it is. Bill will be on tomorrow. And to Dara, thank you so much for your flexibility. I did not know Lady Dozer had an appointment set up at the time that she did on Wednesday, so we had to bump it back like an hour and a half. So I really, really appreciate the flexibility, man, and your understanding. Sorry about that. I feel like a jerk. But and on Fridays I'm on Third Railify. Yes, for the most part. Third Railify. They're good folks. Sean and Gina, solid people. Datamuth gets all his ratings from Bill. Yes. Wow, an hour passed already. That's worth a like and a repost. Look at that. Look at that. Time flies when you're having fun. Don't forget to smash that repost. Smash the like button. Smash the follow button. We're so close. So close to 1,100 followers here on the Rumbles on this user profile. Now, including the channel, it's a little over 1,100. But I just want to get more on the user profile. Including the channel. So channel and user profile, it's 1,100. And like 40 something. But Bartavella, well, I'll tune into. There you go. Look at that. Doing the things and stuff. Duck fat. Smashed. You smashed it really good. That's right. You got to take it. You got to take that like button, guys. Every now and then, you have to look at that like button. And sometimes you might need help finding it. That's okay. But when you do, you must. Hulk! Smash! The like button. It's very good. Very good idea. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm seeing double. You are seeing double CW. Makes sense. Makes sense. But yes, we are getting up there in the numbers, and I do like it that the numbers are growing. But honestly, I want to make sure that I'm putting out quality content for you, awesome killdozers here in the Dozer Den. That's the goal. Information, entertainment, infotainment, some may say. Guys, I know sometimes we get mad at police officers when they do stupid things, but there are some really good cops out there. And I will say, I don't know how much good she's doing with her compressions, but God bless this cop for trying to save this man. She's doing something. This is better than nothing. From the Facts Dude, a good follow on the X Machine. Fort Lauderdale officer caught on camera performing chest compressions in the middle of the road. She had to, you know what? She had to be on her legs just in case somebody was going to run up on her with a car, I think. Because you would want to be down on your knees and over the individual. But a Fort Lauderdale police officer was filmed performing chest compressions on a man in the middle of a street, working to stabilize him until paramedics arrived. The witness who recorded the incident said the officer stayed at the scene doing her best to help while waiting for emergency responders. No news headlines to be found, just an officer stepping in when it mattered most to try and save this man's life. I hope she helped. I hope he was able to. I hope he recovered. She's going.
This is an officer, a hero.
You would typically want to be on your knees and up over, but she's getting the compression.
This is a hero.
Wow. Hopefully the guy recovered. He looked pretty unresponsive, but yeah. That's a good. You know what? God bless her. She's trying. It's all you can ask for in that situation. Guys, make sure you hit that follow and smash the thumbs up. Bacon thumb. Thanks, Mod King. Appreciate you. She's not going deep enough. I know. If she was the proper way, I haven't been CPR certified in years, but I mean, I recerted every year whenever I was working at a 24-hour facility at one point in my career. And yeah, you would want to be like up on your knees, up over the individual, like, and then lean in forward, and you're pressing in. You're wanting to dip in that chest to get the heart. The goal is, and they I think they've changed the protocol up to where you don't do a rescue breath. Used to, you would check on them, evaluate, tilt the head back, look at the airway to make sure there's nothing obstructing the airway, and then do a rescue breath and then start compressions. I think the way that they train now is to just go immediately to compressions. To the tune of Staying Alive, right? Other songs as well, but you can research. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate that. It's been a minute since I've been recerted, but yeah. A reminder, class plan. Well, there you go. There you go. Check that out. It's good stuff. Yanni thinks, teach me how to crack a few ribs. It's sad. The sad thing, yeah, no breath anymore. The sad thing, like with elderly individuals, and that's why a DNR, a lot of people end up getting a DNR, do not resuscitate. If you are older and frail, say you're in your 80s and you've got arthritis, if you are a little old granny and you code, they're going to do what they can to save you. That involves up on you and pressing on your chest as hard as needed to get the compressions. Yeah, you can do a sternum rub to try to wake them up. Yeah. That's something you can do to try to check someone's responsiveness, but you're gonna check to make sure they're breathing as well. So like you're gonna want to do some things to instigate a nerve response too. But yep, discovered the compression's better than nothing. Yep. Yeah, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago where they kind of changed it up. Hey, what is up with that? Entropy Nomad coming in with a $2 Rumble rant, turning the chat green. And we've got a sound for the green ones, guys. Yes, we do. Hulk smash! Thank you so much for that $2 Rumble rant. That puts us $48 away from hat goal. That's right. We have a gimmick here in the Dozer Den. If we get up to $50 worth of donations on a stream, I'll put on a fancy hat. Tonight, I'm feeling like it would be it'd be macaroni. Yankee Doodle said if you put a feather in your cap, you call it macaroni, okay? This is a faux tricorn hat. Lady Dozer bent it up and sewed it together for me to make it a faux tricorn hat. It's not a real tricorn hat, but it is sentimental, and I put the feather in it because I wanted to. What you got there, Entropy? Yeah. Okay. Since we're this fits well. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that contribution to the flow of the show there, Entropy Nomad. This works. It's very, very relevant to what we were just talking about. Lesson learned right there. I'm surprised the YouTube stream is still up. Honestly, I am. Because we just played a bit of The Office. Dwight. The precious art. It was good. It was good. It was a good contribution. Another one bites the dust. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I could probably do it to that beat too. Ah, man. It was good. It was good. You know what's not good, guys? Alaska. They're not good right now. They have been subject to a typhoon. A typhoon! YouTube is not woke anymore. Yanni McGee. I like that. I get a little bit yawny sometimes. I do. YouTube's. I still think YouTube's pretty woke. Yeah, apparently they let people create channels now. They're starting that, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. What's up? God, I'm not even gonna all those names, all those user profiles all those channels that you make. It's fun. It's fun. Rest well, Harry Totu. Thanks for hanging out here in the Dozer Den for the time that you did. Appreciate you. Don't forget to repost, like this stream, Harry Toe. I know you forget. Let's check on the likes really quick, and let's do a quick check on the repost. We're up to 22 likes. Not bad, guys. Not bad, but those are rookie numbers. We got 40 people watching here on Rumble. Let's get it up. It's quote out of context. Let's check on the reposts and the comments really quick. Look at that. We got a new follower, JWLH. Appreciate the follow. Welcome to the Dozer Den. You are now an honorary Killdozer. CW with a repost, much appreciated. And Sam Duty with a repost. And did I say Neuro with a repost? Thank you guys so much for reposting. Appreciate that. Disavow, I'm not Yanni McGee and I do not share their sentiments. Aw. Well, darn. I'm not Who's laughing at who, Prince of the Air Jr.? Potar Jr.? Was I laughing at you? I don't think I was laughing at you. I'd tell you if I was. I laugh at things and stuff. And things. Chef, look at that. Chef Duckfat over there on YouTube as well. Aw, appreciate you guys. That YouTube will not go anywhere, but yeah, I figure there are people that do watch over there, so why not give the people that do watch over there a little bit of the Dozer Den every now and then. Whole lot of Rosie is near top though. I don't know. What YouTubes? What's up, Salt Dumpster over there on the YouTubes? The Commie Tubes. You guys are all over the place tonight. Appreciate that. It's probably helping the channel grow. We'll see, I suppose. I did put some shorts up. That's what I've been usually putting. Well, okay, I've done some more streams, but I actually had a short get like 12,500 views. Not sure why. It was a sunflower. You guys should check that out. It's kind of silly. Oh, yeah, preferring to let's get it up. That whole lot of... Yeah. True. You seem to pronounce P something, so I thought... No, I don't think so. All right, so yes, sad things in Alaska. They had a typhoon. It was bad. Nobody apparently is talking about it. I've seen very little news on it. Everyone's focused on the shutdown and focused on this and that in Israel and gayness in the sandbox. But we forget about our state up above our hat. Alaska. Deadly typhoon destroys dozens of homes in Alaska, forcing hundreds of residents into shelters. That's sad. It's from Realtor.com. Okay. By Teresa Matella. Alaska residents are still coming to grips with the deadly flooding from the remnants of Typhoon Halong, which wiped away villages and wreaked havoc. Wreaked havoc or wrought havoc? I don't know. On roads and homes. The record-setting storm left at least one person dead and damaged main roads and infrastructure, including a regional airport. The storm tore into western Alaska early Sunday morning, delivering hurricane-force winds and unprecedented storm surges to some of the state's most remote communities, according to the Alaska Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Management. That's a mouthful. Good God. DHS-EM. Where's the A? You got to put an A in front of that. ADHS. If you're going to include it in the name, you got to put it in the acronym, right? Come on. You guys written? I'm a grammar Nazi. I'm sorry. The last chance for comedy, perhaps. Hey, there's always a chance. You're putting up your shorts on there. What color are they? Well, some are gray, some are blue. Some are checkered. My camera's just great. Oh my. Global homo warming. Salt dumpster. They let you comment that on YouTube? Cool. Let's see. Among the hardest hit locales are Kipnuk and Quiglingok, small Alaskan native villages that lie along the western coast of Alaska, several hundred miles fresh of acreage. Storm surge and heavy rain have been ongoing since last week from another storm, which exacerbated, I can't talk tonight, guys, the situation over the weekend. The DHS and EM confirmed that Coast Guard and National Guard crews have rescued at least 51 people so far from two of the hardest hit communities, Kipnuk and Quiglingok. Every effort... See, I read that one better than the freaking easy word. Why? YouTube is super gay. Very. I mean, if y'all want to comment on YouTube, you can. Yeah, it's a thing. Get more views than the couple views that I usually get. Chicken go cluck cluck, cow go chicken. Yes, but what does the fox say? Okay, what does the fox say, Entropy Nomad? Definitely doesn't say ye. It doesn't. I've heard of Fox. It don't sound like that. That song's a lie. The song is a fucking lie, guys. Just telling you. Sorry to break the news here in the Dozer Den, but the What the Fox Say song is a lie. It's fun to listen to, though. So they rescued at least 51 people so far from the hardest hit communities. Every effort will be made to help those hit by this storm. Help is on the way. Governor Mike Dunleavy wrote in a Facebook post on October 12th. The extent of the flooding broke historical records. At Kipnuk, the water reached 6.6 feet above the normal highest tide mark. That's pretty up there, according to meteorologist David Kramer of the National Weather Service. It surpassed the previous record of 4.7 feet set in 2000. The surge at Quiglingock was several feet higher than last record high water, he said, according to Alaska Public Media. Meanwhile, a report prepared for the local tribe in 2022 by the Alaska Institute for Justice said the frequency and severity of flooding in the low-lying region had increased in recent years, according to CBS News. The report listed relocation of the community as an urgent need. Yeah, that's pretty rough. You'd think they'd want to be a little bit further away. At least they're up, though. They're not, like, right on the ground. They're, like... They know it's going to flood there every now and then, I guess. Man, some of those were wiped out, though, from the looks of it. Damn. Yeah, those are... Yeah, that's gone. That sucks. But you don't hear much about this stuff. Why isn't this getting national headlines? Like, why? I don't get it. Oh, well, you commented and subscribed on the YouTube. Well, thank you so much, Duckfat. I appreciate that. Sam Duty. I'm cheerful and carefree sometimes. Well, yeah, that's good. It's very nice. Steel Toe goes cook. Yeah. What's up, Chazleton? Over there on the YouTubes. Appreciate you guys. You're all over the place. Not on Pilled.net for some reason. I wonder if the Pilled stream is even working. Let me check real quick. Because it looked like it was struggling earlier. Let me look. Let me just close out of that because I don't know what it's doing. It says I'm live. But is it actually happening? I don't think it is. How odd. Oh, but General Samuel Fields did a sticker over there. Just saw that. Yeah, I don't know what Pild's doing right now. But it could be Rumble too, because Rumble Studio screwed up the last show and cut it off at like an hour and 36 for everyone but here on Rumble. So, yeah. Definition for gay. Very nice. Usually the chats use our screen name and not the @ name. Huh. I don't know what that's about. That could just be Studio. I thought Studio started to show what name you wanted to be using, though. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But let's see. Rescue teams faced urgent and dangerous conditions. Alaska State Troopers confirmed that a woman who had gone missing in Quiglingock was found dead, and 2 others from the same village are missing. Well, that sucks. It depends on how long they've been missing. They might be dead. According to the state's research center, approximately 1,400 survivors sought refuge in community shelters, with many staying in local schools. Damn. The DHS and EM added that responders from the U.S. Coast Guard were deployed to Kipnuk and Quiglingock to assist with search and rescue and community support. Mark Roberts, head of the State Emergency Operations Center, told Alaska Public Media that the storm is taking a toll on affected residents. It's been very scary. Very, very scary for folks, he said. The governor issued a disaster declaration for the 2025 October West Coast storm, citing above high tide sea surge, which inundated several communities. Initially, the declaration included Kashinamut, Lower Yukon, and Bering Strait regional education attendance areas. You guys, the states and their acronyms, my God. Ugh. RIA, along with the Northwest Arctic and North Slope boroughs. Following worsening conditions, the state amended the disaster declaration to add the Yupik, Pribilof Island, and Lower Kuskokwim. Hey, thanks for the red pill and the repost over there on pill.net. 2 Wild Irish Rose. Appreciate you. Hopefully it's actually coming through, because I wasn't able to see it. So I don't know what that's about. These names are really hard to pronounce. Kuskakwin. REAs, as reported and later updated from DHS and EM, communities and individuals in these areas are now eligible for state public assistance and individual assistance disaster recovery programs. Infrastructure damage was widespread. The DHS and EM stated that multiple communities reported damage to critical infrastructure and homes. The State Emergency Operations Center deployed field supervisors and requested personnel from the Alaska National Guard and Alaska State Defense Force to provide on-the-ground support. Typhoon Halong? Probably How Long. How long you gonna rain? Initially formed southeast of Japan around October 3rd and reached Category 4 strength with sustained winds of 130 to 156 miles per hour before shifting northeast toward Alaska. By the time it reached the Alaskan coastline, it had lost tropical status but retained dangerous wind speeds and water surges. This event is far from over, Robert said. While some areas may be spared in the next storm, others could see greater impact. The State Emergency Operations Center, SEOC, is what I'm going to call that, is working with state and non-governmental partners, including the Department of Transportation and Public Facilities and the Department of Public Safety and the Department of Health and Red Cross and tribal organizations. Despite the current federal government shutdown, federal response elements remain on standby to support state operations. There you go. Residents affected by the disaster may now apply for state individual assistance. Ready.alaska.gov if you're up there that way. Man, I need to check on... Oh, gosh darn it. Why am I forgetting the channel name? He does the Spody stuff up there in Alaska. Shoot. I haven't seen him in the chat in a while. Also, I haven't watched his stuff in a while. Need to do that. He has really cool content. Oh, CW is Chazleton. Chazleton? Now we know. Now we know Chaz. Appreciate you guys supporting in all the different places. Never have to share my licorice and molasses. Are you up there in Alaska? Alaskan Ballistics, thank you. Thank you so much, Richard B. Nomad. I don't know what my brain is doing tonight. I'm squirreling. I'm forgetting things. Practically Joe Biden at this point. What are these funny symbols in the chat? I'm confused. Is that like... Yeah. But you guys should follow Alaskan Ballistics. He does cool stuff. He does some AI music too. He made it a parody like jingle. It was lovely. I appreciated it. I'm a fan of that kind of humor. I am. Can't help it. I am a bit of a dork at times, but that is really sad. Really sad. Really sucks. So prayers for the people there in that community, and hopefully they don't have any more dead bodies. I know they said they found one was deceased and then 2 were missing. Depending on their, age and stuff like that, could be 2 more dead. Really sad. Sucks that Alaska doesn't get as much attention. I get it. It's not mainland. I do. But, they still deserve help and attention for struggling with something like that. They do. Do you guys know that the pyramid's been on... They've been wilding out at the pyramids, guys. I'm not sure why, but they've been doing this. It's like a big DJ light show at the Giza Plateau. Is that supposed to be like a mummy robot? A decaying robot? Why is it gotta be so creepy? Why can't it be like unicorns and sunshine? Why gotta be all creepy there? Oh, they've been having a lot of earthquakes up there too. That seems like it's everywhere. I mean, there have been more earthquakes in general. There have been some here in southeast Missouri. We got a big old fault line. The Imagine fault line, I think. Yeah, not good. Not good. Release the Braden Fraser. Yes, release Braden Fraser to battle. Unleash them. Unleash him. He wasn't really that fat, guys. That was just a movie. And he can still fight the mummy. He still can. I believe in him. See, we had 15 people check out the stream over there on the X machine. Appreciate that. See the horn rubs on its head. Oh, yeah, horn nubs. Yep. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Wise Oak. What's that mean? Weird stuff. I don't know what the significance of that is, but that's technology. It's supposed to be the alien invasion. Yeah, this 3-Eye Atlas thing, guys. Apparently, it's doing more funny stuff. I don't know, though. I really don't. But let's see it again. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Do you guys know that there's a way, apparently, and I forgot this guy's name until I saw him the other day. But there is a way, apparently, that you can get out of the Horn God. Yeah, something like that. There's a way you can get out of paying income tax. I wouldn't try it because I don't have the know-how, and I don't have the damn resources to deal with this. But here's a cool little clip.
With not paying or filing your income taxes for so long?
Well, first of all, I've not gotten away with anything. I'm not hiding from anyone. I'm simply asking the IRS to show me the laws that apparently...
I'm pretty sure that, yeah, former IRS special agent, he's the one that talked with the Redacted about a year ago or so, and detailed exactly how he managed to make it so that he pretty much didn't have to pay taxes. Because he used to go knocking on doors and telling people they owed taxes, and then someone challenged him on it, and he looked it up and then brought it to his leadership, and they're just like, hey, you need to shut up. He's like, wait, what? Yeah, they don't technically have jurisdiction over us. Unless you're doing business outside of the United States, IRS has no fucking jurisdiction over you. But who's going to fight that? What pleb among us is going to fight that shit?
Require me to do these things, and they are suspiciously reticent to answer questions from me. And of course, there are millions of other people, many other organizations who have attempted to get answers. They act very suspiciously when asked to simply sit down at the table with the American people and discuss what their obligations are. Right. Rather than pulling up a chair, they pull out a club.
Says there is no income tax law. 005, the illegal tax on you or collected. Oh, wait. Well, it kind of cuts it off there.
These liens that are recorded against people by the government for tax liens are nothing more than allegations. They are non-substantive. They have never been determined by a neutral third party, such as a court, to have one shred of validity.
If you ever get a notice of an audit or anything else, the first thing you should do is a Freedom of Information Act request for records that they're using to substantiate or justify the audit.
There is nothing in the Internal Revenue Code that creates any such thing as an income tax evasion or crime. There's nothing in the code that allows IRS agents to seize property. The government is involved in judicial blackmail. The government knows that if it legally seizes somebody's property, that person doesn't have the funds and he can't even get a lawyer who can help him.
I conducted investigations in the Title 18, the Criminal Code, the U.S. Criminal Code. And in there, the statutes and the regulations are very specific as to what's violating the statute. In the Internal Revenue Code, Title 26, there's nothing specific in there. I mean, even the FBI is feared the IRS.
You have to understand that an agency which will unlawfully impose a tax that doesn't exist is not going to care.
Better late than never,
if
Cass.
we,
Lovely
the people,
mod in the chat,
don't know what our rights are. They're not going to tell us.
If Americans just learned that the IRS was actually knowingly deceiving them, that would be enough for them to rise up and put a stop to it.
This small booklet includes the Constitution of the United States, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence. This is a document that every citizen should read. It's a document which freed an entire nation. This is the Internal Revenue Code, and this document, and the unlawful application of this document by the Internal Revenue Service has enslaved the nation that this document attempted to free.
Well, there's a cool little clip. Food for thought. You guys can chew on that. We are going to go ahead and do some premium time tonight. I know it's a little bit early in the stream, but I do have to get the premium time out of the way. So if you are one of the individuals that is lucky enough to be lit up in the most beautiful shade of MAGA red, you'll get access to the premium content tonight, and you didn't have to worry about ads. You already are in the crew. So over there on the YouTubes, over there on the X stream, BitChute, Pill.net, we are about to axe those venues of streaming just to do a little bit of premium time tonight. We might have about 2 hours of premium time. We're going to talk about those based college bros. Oh my goodness gracious, look at that. Duck Fat's going to have access. You, Entropy Nomad, thank you so much for donating. Gifting a sub, showering the chat with your love. Much appreciated. Good sir. You, sir. You know what? Made the kids happy. Listen to that. Listen to that laughter. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate the heck out of that donation. It helps the channel grow. Helps the Dozer Den thrive on. And that actually puts us at, we are $7. So we're $43 away from hat goal. And look at another one. Entropy, look at you, you absolute beast, man. Look at that. Yanni Fangs gifted a sub. Hell yeah, Yanni. There you go. You'll be able to hang out with us. We're going to talk about those based college bros. Look at some of their messages. Look at some of the response from the young Republicans. Very gay response, in my opinion. And then we're going to watch a little bit more of that Joe Rogan experience with Gregg Braden? Something like that. Really cool conversations. I need to actually go back in my handy-dandy notebook over here and figure out where we left off. Because... I thought I wrote it down. But we'll get into it. I think we were about an hour in. Guys, if you get to a point in the evening where you find yourself craving some carbs, you know what you should do? Instead, you should have already gone to www.biltongusa.com, used promo code DOZER for 10% off. 10! And got you some of that amazing meat from Anton, King of Biltong. Guys, he's a South African immigrant that came to this country with a very, very simple dream of spreading his meat across the land. It's got iron, zinc, magnesium, potassium, B vitamins, creatine, protein. It's chocked full of nutrients, guys. It's a cravings crusher, a meal enhancer, or meal replacement if you're going for the very low carb, venue there. No amount of money that you spend in BiltongUSA.com is going to be a cent that you'll regret. You're going to love spending money there because the product is fantastic. You can eat it cold. You can eat it warmed up. You can eat it with your omelet. Biltong, guys, it's what beef jerky wishes it could be. And you can gift out those 8-ounce bags. They're very, very good. Check them out. BiltongUSA.com. Good stuff. Very good stuff. What's up, Therapy Range? Good to see you, bud. You guys should follow Therapy Range. Paul's good, people. Bill Thong. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. We are about to go to premium time here in a sec. Let me see. Appreciate the interaction there, though. Late Night Ramblings. Good to see you. Guys, don't forget to hit that repost. Before we dip out and go premium, let me check on the reposts so I can give people their shout outs as necessary. Let me check here because I appreciate you guys supporting the channel in that way. Therapy Range with a repost. Much appreciated, good sir. Look at that. Check out Therapy Range. There is a link right there. He does the splody stuff. We were talking about Alaskan ballistics earlier because Alaska experienced a typhoon. Hope he's doing okay. Hope he wasn't affected by that garbage. But guys, follow Paul. He does the splody stuff. Good times. Good times indeed. Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork, bitches. That's right. That is right. We are going to go ahead and get into, oh man, late night ramblings. Sorry that you're popping in just for a second. We're about to go to premium. If you do subscribe to the channel for $5 a month, you'll have access to the premium content. Nobody ever has to donate monetarily to the Dozer Den, but if you do, I appreciate the heck out of you. Helps me out every couple weeks or so. Cover an electric bill here, car repair there. Good Lord, the car stuff, guys. It sucks. I still got to get the liftgate figured out over Lady Dozer's liftgate figured out because it won't open. It sucks. Got to figure that out, though. We'll get there. Entropy Nomad with a slap of that peach. It's one of the cool things that you get to do when you subscribe. You can do the dozerden.locals.com as well. So, yeah. We are Bill Thon Brazilian. My God. All right, guys, we're going to go to premium in just a couple seconds here. Thank you so much for watching on all the other places that you may be watching. Appreciate the heck out of that. We are going premium in 3, 2, 1. Bam.